Hey guys, welcome back, and now I just wanted to shortly show what I mean by every tactical motive can get a little bit more difficult depending on the position. Now here we have a basic checkmate pattern, which is the back rank mate. That means when the king is on g8 and you have d3 pawns in front of you, well, a lone rook can checkmate you. The king has no way to escape. As a difference, white has already some heir for his king, so if we play rook to e3, for example, sorry, I meant to give a check, and king to h2, now this is not a checkmate anymore, so yeah, back rank checkmate, that's how it works. So if you haven't seen that before, that's how the checkmate works, and you have seen it, okay, but that's just how you would get it explained. So let's go to the next step. And now we have the exactly same mating pattern, but it gets a little bit more difficult, okay? We want to play rook to d8, and now we trade one rook, and now it's checkmate, okay? So that was just adding a little bit of difficulty. What is also nice to realize is that if you have the rooks, on the right side of the king, even if black plays rook to c1, well, we are not forced to take, right? We still have a move time. We might make h3 or something along those lines, and then we are not getting checkmated. So that's also important. That's step number 2. And now we can even make it a little bit more difficult. For example, we can say, okay, this position. Now, how does white get advantage because of black's bad positioning of their pieces? Well, we have a beautiful move here. You can test yourself if you want to stop the video. And queen takes c7. Boom. We try to get rid of this rook, and this rook takes our queen. Boom. Rook to d8. Can take once, but now again it's a checkmate. And you realize that the final position is mostly always the same, but here it just gets more difficult because we first have to give a queen away and then to play rook d8. So we can have increasing difficulties with similar motifs or the same motif. Again, once more, the idea that if black tries to do the same, we can take, and then a check is coming, and then we just move a piece back to d1. I can show that shortly. Let's make a stupid move. Okay, now once more, this doesn't work. Okay, this rook is protected by the bishop, and black cannot do the same thing. So here, these are some examples of how the exactly same motive can just get more difficult. And so we do two things. We do learning a motive and then able to solve it in an easy way also at the game. And then once we can use it also in the game, the easier version, we do the same steps again for the harder version. And then we go through harder version and harder version and harder version, just that we don't need to relearn the motive, but that shows you that improvement is never over, and we can just take a little bit more difficult position and train it, and take a little bit more difficult position and train it, and so on. And that's basically a never-ending process, but a process that will see us increase our rating, play better chess, blunder less, and trick our opponents more with good tactical skills. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Let's see you in the next one.